Stellenbosch at the home ground of the Bishops. And we're waiting with bated breath for the Bishops first 11 versus the Paul Roos first 11. We've had 4 live games this afternoon. This is the final one, and the one where most people get the bragging rights. With me in the commentary box I have Craig Yates, former Western Province indoor and outdoor player, and Western Province Cricket Club first team Grand Challenge player, and a Bosch boy, and they let him through the front gates of Bishops. Welcome, Craig.
Murray, thanks for having me. I'm very excited to see how this game goes down tonight. It's always an interesting one, watching the strong Bishops from the southern suburbs against Paul Roos from the Winelands. I'm very excited to see how these boys do today. I believe last week Paul Jim drew 0-0 against their rivals Paul Roos. But here is the Bishops starting lineup.
Well, we have Thomas Buckham in goals, and Bryce Herbert in number 7 outside half. Youngster Brett Horn, exciting forward. Rowan Howard at the back. He's got lots of experience, and of course the exciting Daniel Niehoff, who's also a young grade 11 lad. Bishops are just coming off a loss against Sachs last week, where they lost 4-1, and obviously they're looking to bounce back from that defeat. So we have the Paul Roos Gymnasium team. Daniel Dillon in goal. People to look forward to: Ludwig Gersner, he's a drag flick specialist, and then Zeke Hoogaard, the 16-year-old youngster with plenty of promise, also captained by Josh de Klerk, who's a centre link and should control things this evening. So Paul Roos over the last few years have put some wonderful structures in place. They're looking good as a hockey school. They've always had wonderful traditions in hockey, but they just seem to be getting stronger and stronger, and they have that wonderful connection with Stellenbosch University. Lots and lots of great coaches out there. They're coached by Ashlyn Freddy, who's part of the senior coaching staff for the South African men's side. The Bishop's side is coached by Kassa Kasim, father of the legends Dayon Kasim, Bishop's legends now, and Mustafa Kasim, who are both part of the Olympic squad now, destined for Tokyo later this year. Kassa coaches the University of the University of Cape Town team, and so lots and lots of experience on both sides of the dugouts here.
There's the last few minutes runs through from Bishops, getting ready, getting the heart rates up. I know I heard these boys eager to get on the field while the second side was finishing up. They're ready to go. They want to make sure that they do well against their rivals, Paul Roos, tonight.
So you can see Dayon Kasim there. He's putting them through their paces. He is the current South African centre forward, and he's putting the boys through their warm-up paces on screen now. So this is a very young Bishops side. Bishops hockey very much in a rebuilding phase after losing Dayon Kasim and Caleb Oliphant and Jock Buchanan, the stalwarts of last year's side that never really got to show off. It would have been a really great ending to their Bishops career, and unfortunately due to COVID they weren't able to play, and there would have been probably a champagne year for Bishops. But now it's a rebuilding phase right from under 14 up to the under 18 squads. Paul Roos beat the under 14s 2-0 earlier today, won that under 14A game. They also played very well to win the under 16 game 3-2, and then the second team, both teams from Paul Roos and Bishops had magnificent game, end-to-end stuff, and it ended up with Bishops winning 3-2. So at the moment it's Paul Roos who have the bragging rights, 2 games that they've won so far, under 14 and under 16. So we're looking forward to this game. I think the Paul Roos side is full of skill, full of pace, and they also bring some physicality to the party.
So Murray, it's amazing that the schoolboys get to play on a live streaming channel like this. As you can see, it's on YouTube, SuperSport. It's also on the DSTV app 247. It's amazing that obviously there's no crowds here allowed because of COVID protocols, but it's amazing that they can go home tonight and they can rewatch their skills, their goals, their amazing game that they played today, and they can share it with their friends and their family.
It is wonderful. Obviously it would have been great to have a packed crowd in here. Normally we For the big derbies, you can get up to 3,000 people around an Astro here. For the big Rondebosch Bishops games, Weinberg Sachs. So obviously there's that whole festive atmosphere. We just don't have it today. But this is second prize. At least the boys are playing, and we're happy for that. And so parents are out of the cold and at home watching, and they might enjoy that too.
Yeah.
But normally there's electric atmosphere around this ground. It's a lovely ground to play on. The stands are high up, and you look down on this turf, so you can see the movements, and it has a lovely atmosphere for the boys to play on. So normally some exciting end-to-end stuff is enjoyed on this turf.
It's a nice fast turf. And I see there's some nice last-minute stretches by the Paul Roos goalkeeper. There are the Bishops boys in their blue squares. And traditional from Bishops, they don't wear numbers on their backs.
That's right. You'll see on the rugby tomorrow as well. It's quite confusing for commentators as well to pick up names. It's an old tradition. No numbers on the rugby jerseys, which is sort of moved into the hockey. It's all about the team and not the individuals.
Yep.
So you won't see any numbers on a Bishop's shirt.
And we see Paul Roos there in the traditional maroon, their dark red with their numbers on, getting ready in the last-minute huddle. Last few words, some words of encouragement, getting ready to take on the lads on the Bishops boys on their home ground.
Yeah, when I always look at those Paul Roos socks, I always think to myself, well, they're famous socks from the Stellenbosch days, and I remember chasing many a man in those maroon socks. So good to see Paul Roos out here from Stellenbosch. We've missed them for over a year now, and it's good to see schoolboy hockey out here in the southern suburbs.
So last few minutes before we have the head off, what are your predictions for today's game, Murray?
I think Paul Roos look like the stronger team. I think they are sort of should win this game, even though they are away from home. They have more experience. This is a young Bishop side.
Yeah, as you said, so Bishops are rebuilding at the moment. So a lot of grade 11s in this Bishop side.
That's correct. So we'll see how they go. But I think that Paul Roos should control this game. But we'll see how it goes. It's home ground advantage. Anything can happen. So we're about to start with a pushback. It's number 9, Zach van Onselen, who's up front for the Paul Roos side.
And here we go, and the game is off. Hit back for Paul Roos, and they start building up slowly from the back. It's a little bit of a up the left-hand side from the Paul Roos boys. Nicely controlled. Free hit taken quickly, and he's driving. Oh, turnover.
So the Paul Roos coaches tell me that they've been working so hard on the running style of their players, their high aggressive presses, and I'm looking forward to seeing that tonight. You can see they had intent to move forward with the ball. The Bishops get the ball. So it's Bryce Herbert with the ball out on the right. Rowan Howard. Setting up a good platform here. So that's Bryce Herbert now with the ball. Plays it out.
Couple of turnovers here in the middle of the field. Bishops now driving up the right-hand side into the middle and turned over once more.
Robenheimer with the ball now, plays it back to Howard. Just getting some nice depth. Control at the back. Trying to just calm the storm at the moment. To Niehoff. Niehoff's full of running. And he's stick checked, so keeps possession. So Paul Roos happy to sit back at this stage, to almost a half-court press at this stage. I was anticipating that they would push up high and be quite aggressive early on. They're just feeling out each other at this stage. There's a good run to Nieuwhof. He's going to look for get a corner now, but he gets himself in a shooting position.
Oh!
There's a goal!
There we go. Bishops are on the scoreboard for opening up the scoring. 1-0 to Bishops. A great goal.
Is that Brett Horn? Brett Horn with a great little run down the left-hand side. Turns, spins, arcs, and puts it in the corner.
What will Paul Roos do now? Here's the replay. Driving up the left-hand side.
He does well to keep the ball. Goes open, shows it. Gets a little cruel deflection for Dylan in goals. So Bishop's still on the attack at the moment. Horn plays it back to Howard. Herbert. Armour just gets it out wide. And it's a good cross that comes in. Bishop's definitely asking questions of Paul Roos in these early stages.
Well, there's a couple of turnovers. Bishop still on the ball inside the attacking 23. Here's a drive into the circle and a shot. And it's turned over, 16 for Paul Roos. Now they need to consolidate. They need to get back their momentum. Here is the shot.
Yeah, Dicey just gets himself in the wrong angle there for the deflection. Maybe it should have gone into Horn rather. He had probably the better angle to deflect that ball.
Long
But the
ball.
cross not clean enough into the circle, so quite difficult for Robbie Dicey to control that ball.
Here's Bishops with the build-up play from the defending 23.
So we had 5 minutes in this first chukker. Bryce Herbert living a bit dangerously at this moment. And a good ball out to the strikers. So we'll see what Bishop's intent is. Are they going to press up high or hold off? They realize that Paul Roos are a quick counter-attack kind of side. They've got good skill. They do sit back about 3/4 now, and they let them play the ball square. They just hold off on the angles. They won't mind that. Hitting long ball at 45 degrees over the sideline, they won't mind that because they get some possession back.
So there's a couple skillful midfield players in the Paul Roos team that I'm hoping they start engaging with, because right now they're just trying to relieve pressure as much as possible. Bishops are really holding the game. They're really building up nicely, and they're having a lot of attack into the Paul Roos defending 23.
Ellsworth, LV, putting in a lot of work up front there. He's putting a lot of pressure on Herbert. Unfortunately, Mart can't gather for Paul Roos. But he's in the right position there. They're putting some good pressure there. Ellsworth, LV still working hard, trying to manipulate the ball to the left-hand side. Half. Back to Herbert. And that's a dangerous ball. They look to counter-attack. Hogarth to Mart. Mart loses it. And it's Horn. Horn's got good skill. That's a lovely little ball out right.
Turnover, captain from Paul Roos. Oh, no. A little bit too ambitious there.
Well, really the game's opened up a bit, and I'm not quite sure that both sides will want that. Lovely ball, lovely delivery from Herbert.
Free hit here to Paul Roos. Number 11, Moses Kaswan. Skillful little player who's coming off a little bit of an injury. He's been injured for the last 4 months, so we'll see how he fares in today's game, but he's a very skillful player. I'm excited to see what he can actually do against Bishops today.
He looks nice and composed on the ball. This is a wonderful little attack from Paul Roos. If you look to get the corner.
Shot from the captain and defended by Bishops.
I'm looking forward to seeing the Paul Roos corner with Gertzner, who's the drag flicker, a very accomplished one. Paul Roos looking to counter now.
Henry Dupree from Paul Roos there, just protecting the ball, getting the free hit. There's a little bit of a build-up play for Paul Roos out left. Can they do something with it now that they've got possession? No, they've turned over. Bishop's now on a great attack. Driving into the 23. Here's a shot, but he's well defended by the Paul Roos defenders.
You get the long corner now. They've got numbers out wide, Bishops. Decide to try and draw Paul Roos out. Play back. Neof under a lot of pressure. 3 players around him. Bishops throw the ball away. Moses, he's got the ball. He's got pace and a wonderful turn of pace and
there
beautiful hands. It's Henny Buerter with the ball now. Fortunately, he's tackled, but it looked like there was a bit of a foot. So Moses, Kosman, what a turn. Beautiful hands and a lovely ball forward.
Paul Roos now start their build up right from the middle of the field. What do they do? There's a big hit in and it's turned over. Bishop's on the attack once more. Little overhead into space, but a little bit too strong with that one.
A little bit ambitious there for Robbie Dicey to run onto. Nice idea though, but just a little bit too strong.
Very fancy for some schoolboys, Murray.
Yep, lovely aerial delivery there.
The one thing I am amazed about is the ball pace. I mean, young schoolboys with some impressive ball pace. Usually that's what we see in Grand Challenge club hockey.
The skill level of the schoolboys now is phenomenal. They love all the tricks. They practice them. Paul Roos will look to try and press in this area. Bryce Herbert does well to get out of that. But he needs to retain the ball now. They've done all the hard work. It's Paul Roos ball.
Yep. Henry Dupree getting stuck in there, number 5 for Paul Roos. Now a bit of a cross-field play down the left-hand side. It's been a fast-paced game the first 10 minutes.
It
this
has.
first chucker.
Just don't see them sustaining this. Maybe a little bit more control at the back, more a little bit more composure.
Looked like there was a little foot there. Free hit for Paul Roos just outside the circle. They need to try and capitalize on this.
Good pressure from Paul Roos at the moment. Probing into that area. The under-16s were so good. The Paul Roos under-16s that moved onto that baseline from left and right, created goal-scoring opportunities, and the first team is doing exactly the same. If they can, they want to get on that baseline, they want to cause problems for the Bishops' defense.
There's a build-up into midfield as always.
Bishops is quite happy to go early into the midfield. Maybe a little bit too early for my liking, but then it causes another turnover. Mart with a lovely run here. Trying to get the corner, but Herbert does well. Great turn of pace from Mart. Attacks that circle, takes the byline well.
Opening up some space, trying to attack from the left-hand side. Direct hit into the circle. Looks like that could be a short corner. The first short corner for Paul Roos tonight.
Hard delivery from Sheard. Smashes it into the circle. Causes all kinds of trouble for the Bishops' defense.
Here's the opportunity that Paul Roos needed. So you keep mentioning a flicker from the Paul Roos side. I believe that number 8, Kent Sheard, is also a phenomenal flicker. So I think they've got some options up at the top of the circle.
Gerstner and Sheard. Let's see who's going to take this.
Oh, there was the foot causing the short corner.
Looks like Sheard's on the second castle. It looks like Mart's on the first one. So my money's on Sheard. Here he goes. And he scores.
Oh,
what a brilliant delivery there, and a magnificent goal for Sheard.
Amazing, amazing goal for a schoolboy. That is what this hockey game is all about. So it's 1 apiece. Bishop's 1, Paul Roos 1, and we've got 2 minutes left in the first chukker of this game.
Well, that sustained pressure from Paul Roos has paid off. They get that corner that they wanted, and what a magnificent delivery that is. Here's the replay. Good trap. Quite an upright delivery from him, but powerful and into that corner. Sort of an awkward height for the keeper to deal with. So the last few minutes, Bishops have been living off scraps rather than creating themselves. Look at this run now again. That's Sheard.
After a little bit of momentum from off the scoring the goal, getting excited there right from the back, so taking it up, and he's putting some pressure on Bishops, that's for sure.
Magnificent to see a centre-back do the open face dummy, run through the middle of the field and pick out a striker.
Must be a bit of a confidence player, that, so I'm excited to see what he does in the second chukker. Here's the captain of Paul Roos, number 10.
Here we go.
Here we go, once again, a little bit more confidence, driving the ball into the circle. Paul Roos are still in an attacking phase here.
You just feel Bishops need to step up with that platform, otherwise Sheard's going to pick out men in the D all night long. They need to maybe step up that platform and protect themselves in the D. They're hanging on deep there and it's causing trouble, and they're going to concede more corners if they do that. Here we go. Another solid platform. Go for the long ball again. There's a turn, another long ball, and here we go. It's a goal.
Oh, once more, Paul Roos. Another goal, 2-1. Paul Roos take the lead just before the end of the first chukker. That's a very quick turnaround. Bishops were dominating the first chukker the entire time, and there we have Zach, number 9 from Paul Roos, scoring the second goal, taking Paul Roos into the lead on the buzzer.
Well, that's the end of the first chukker, and we'll be back in a while.
So you can see Ash Freddy there, the coach of the Paul Roos team. Ash is also a phenomenal hockey player himself. He comes with a lot of experience. He's been in the coaching mix for a couple of years now, and he's really been instrumental to what Paul Roos has been doing over the last couple of years. Murray, I mean, from your experience, what do you think he's telling the boys right now in the huddle?
You know, they got off to a bit of a shaky start. They were hanging off a bit, three-quarter press or even half-court press at one stage. But now they're starting to dominate. They're starting to put good pressure. I thought Josh Alfred Elby was putting good pressure up on the Bishop's back four. Moses cross-funded, also really working hard in front. They put pressure on there, and then Sheard has been a revelation in the last 3 or 4 minutes since scoring that goal. They're starting to play this long ball into the D, and it's causing Bishops all kinds of trouble. So they need to negate that intercepted chukker. They need to push up, put a lot of pressure on those guys. They can't have these guys firing in long ball. So I would say that he's very, very happy with the response from being 1-0 down.
Yeah, for sure.
I would be asking for a bit more of the same.
So Bishops have, here's some of the replays.
Here's the second goal.
Into the circle. And a great little bottom left push past the goalkeeper. Number 9, there we go.
Almost too easy as he picks up. No one picks him up there. He's hanging around the P-flick spot. No one picks him up. He just turns and just rolls it into the corner. Lovely, lovely, lovely little goal.
So here we go, getting ready for chukker number 2. Here's the pushback. Back to the confidence player with a nice little overhead to relieve a bit of pressure.
Well, when you've got a player like Sheard like that, who could just pin you back into opposition into their own half. What an asset to have in the team. Just Nearly picks it up there. Cosman. So it's starting to rain here at the Woodlands. At least the Astro's wet, but the one thing is grips start to get wet, and that always hampers the quality of play. It's not driving rain at the stage, just spitting.
It's a nice little build-up play here from Bishops up the right-hand side. Still attacking, and they're attacking 23. They've got a free hit. What will they do? Some nice little skills there. Bishop still going strong.
Here we go. Dicey's going to
the
get
circle.
something here.
And we've got a short corner for Bishops.
Lovely work from Dicey, and then from Horn. Putting pressure on the back four from Paul Roos and winning themselves a corner. And this is the response Bishops wants. That's what Kassa would have been asking for. He would have been asking for them to respond to that goal they conceded late in the first chukker. And they've done just that.
Two standing on the top of the castle there for Bishops.
So it's either Niehoff or Horn. That will
Niehoff or
receive
Horn.
Horn on the second castle. Dicey to inject. And it's a rocket. An absolute rocket from Niehoff. Brilliant goal. And that makes it 2-all. What a great delivery from Robbie Dicey. Well trapped. I mean, the whole corner was just brilliant. And that was a proper drive click.
Here it is again. Here's the replay. Top right. No saving that. The keeper had no chance. Two apiece. This is going to be an exciting game, Murray.
Excellent response from Bishops.
And we're straight back into the mix of things. This is a fast-paced game. Now with the rain coming down, the pitch is going to run nice and smooth. It's going to be fast, and things are going to start to open up.
Both sides need to show a little bit of patience. The exuberance of youth. They want to go forward. They want to hit the long ball. Great to watch, but then lots of mistakes. Still got the ball. Turn.
No advantage, so they'll go back. Paul Roos with the free hit.
Paul Roos just slowing things down a bit, and rightly slow. Just conceded a goal. Left link half is a wonderful little run down the left.
Nice, some skills down the left-hand side there.
It's Cole Becker. Shows some good turn of pace and lovely little
There
pop,
you can
pop
see
skills.
the rain on the TV coming down. There's a little bit of a build-up play from Paul Roos. Keeping it out left. Turned over, unfortunately.
Bishop's happy to give that ball out wide and then congest on the 45 ball. Win the ball deep in their own half. The trick is then, if you're going to win the ball deep, you've got to keep it, you've got to retain it, and then work your way back up. Bishops have won the ball and sort of given it back to Paul Roos, which is, they've got to remedy this now as they go forward. Rain coming down very, very hard now. Good patience from Paul Roos. Down the middle again. Really tempting fate by playing at ball, but they get away with it.
There's the captain of Paul Roos driving down the middle of the field. Into the circle. Well defended by Bishops, but he's still got it.
What a
Right
little
across.
ball, little turn across there. Dangerous, but safe. Still going to be a Paul Roos ball.
So, Murray, this is only the second game of the season. And the boys are coming off no hockey last year.
That's right.
So I can see there's some really good intentions. There's some good build-up play coming from both teams. Some pretty hockey. And it just seems like a couple of final touches that the boys are missing.
Yeah, and a little bit of experience. keeping possession and all that, but the intent is there to play good hockey, and it's good to see them back on. But by now they would have, in the season, they probably would have had a couple of Easter tournaments along the line, and they would have been a little bit more settled. But only in the second real game, so yeah, there are a few things to iron out. So it's all work in progress at this stage.
I know a couple of these players would have played in the CPL to get a little bit of match experience.
That's right.
And maybe some of these players were in the same team. So, I mean, schoolboy hockey nowadays, it's not all just about rivalry. It's about building friendships. And I know, I mean, we played together many, many years ago.
That's right.
You've coached against me, you've coached my team, and we played with and against each other. So, I mean, it's amazing what hockey does for friendships and camaraderie over all the years.
Exactly. They'll end up playing Varsity Cup together, these lads. Playing overseas, maybe making a national side or provincial side. So yeah, these friendships are magnificent.
And Bishops they've produced a lot of Springboks lately.
So in the national side at the moment, you've got Alex Stewart, you've got Ryan Julies, Dayan Kasim, Mustafa Kasim, who's just come out of matric, and he was in the national side in matric, which is quite amazing. So 4 players at present that are in the mix for Tokyo. So that's great. I remember 2010 London Olympics, we had 6 Weinberg boys in the side, which was phenomenal.
So it's amazing how the schools go through different eras of different players making their way through.
That's right.
So Bishops now dominating the Springbok team, which is good to see. But here we go. So Bishops are in there attacking 23. What will they do? They go back, try and open up a little bit of space. And it's driven
nice
in.
Little ball that just picked up. Took a little deflection. Was hoping to
still keeping the pressure on.
They'll have to look right now. Howard creeping up. He's got to carry the ball more. There we go. And Bishop's happy to control that, which I like to see. Not in a hurry. Probing.
Driven in.
Herbert giving Paul Roos some of their own medicine with that good ball. He's a very, very good slapper of the ball. And it was a probing pass there. But hit a striker stick, Paul Roos would have been in trouble. So he's doing exactly what Sheard was doing earlier in the game. So it's Mart.
Here we go, Paul Roos with the free hit on the left-hand side.
So they're not 5, so they could be penalised here, Bishops.
Here's the opportunity, their captain in the circle with the shot.
Brilliant
and it's
shot.
a goal! There we go, Paul Roos take the lead, 3-2.
Josh de Klerk gets the ball in, and it takes a deflection there. What a magnificent goal.
The captain of Paul Roos leading the way. Always good to see, leading from the front.
What a classic hockey goal. He moves to the right of the D, smashes it across the circle. Here we go. And look at that classic deflection. All the players in the right position. You've got 3 strikers there, all predators waiting to tip it in. Lovely goal there. 3-2 now. 5 minutes left in this second chukker.
This way!
A few technical.
Paul Roos after scoring the third goal, have now forced themselves a corner. And there was a bit of a break in our coverage as we were reorganizing ourselves here in the commentary position. We were getting quite wet with the rain here. So it's Paul Roos. Nice ball and a brilliant finish.
Number 2 for Paul Roos with the fourth goal for Paul Roos. Now Ludwig Hestner.
Well, we said Ludwig Gersner was one of the drag flickers, and we had shared earlier, but wow, that was great. Great deception on it. Beautifully placed as well. So it's 4-2. Who would have thought that it would have been 4-2 towards the end of the second chukker?
Paul Roos taking their chances with their penalty corners. Dominating now. The momentum is all sitting with Paul Roos. There's the confidence player, number 8, with a nice little overhead out left. Paul Roos driving again into the attacking 23. There's the hit in. Defended by Bishops.
So Bishop's got to ride out this chukker, otherwise could go very pear-shaped quickly. They've got to get some kind of possession. They've got to get the ball up in the other end of the field. Nice high platform from Paul Roos. Probing again. Bishops could come with a counter-attack now. If they can hit back just before the end of the chukker, well, their coach would be happy. This is the kind of game that if you've got to get back and get it to 4-3, otherwise 5-2 at half-time, really difficult to come back in these conditions. Good run. Very good run. From number 4, Paul Roos.
There's a green card there for the Bishops player for a little nudge on the ball. Paul Roos now with the free hit. Inside the attacking half. They go back to build that play. Driven in. It could be a... Yes, it's a short corner. Here we go, Paul Roos. What can they do now? Can they take to 5-2? That will not be good for Bishops at this stage, with only 2 more minutes left in the second chukker till half-time.
Well, they're playing like a well-oiled machine at the moment. And they know they've got a good corner. So every time they get into the half, they're looking for that corner. And they've got options here. They've got Sheard. They've got Gersner.
It looks like it's going to be Sheard. Let's see what happens. There's the setup, the push.
Sheard, goal.
Yes, there we go. Sheard once more. That takes it 5-2 to Paul Roos.
Good deception to the second castle. And Sheard, a magnificent finish. Great placing again. Just the wrong height for a keeper to finish, to save.
Ken Sheard, number 8 from Paul Roos. He definitely lifted his game after that first goal, so I'm excited to see the second half, what he does for Paul Roos now. Here it is once more. The push, the stop, dummy. Great goal. Great goal for Paul Roos.
So back to the live action, and
it's in once more. There's the back stick. Not cleared yet.
Paul Roos smell blood in the water now. They're looking for number 6 just then to make this game dead and buried by half time. Bishop's just hanging on by a thread now.
Here we go, Moses.
It's good to see Kosman coming more into the game now. He's got such talent. Another, oh, great little cross there, but just can't get the tip in.
Bishop's doing well to relieve some pressure.
So it's half time here, 5-2. to Paul Roos. After 2-all in this chukker, it was 2-all going into this chukker, and Paul Roos have put an amazing amount of pressure on Bishops. They've used their short corner to good effect, and have gone into this first half to half-time 5-2 up.
Murray, it's been some exciting hockey, that's for sure. It's been exciting to see all of these goals. Not normally so many goals in schoolboy hockey, but I mean, we've seen 7 goals in the first half of this game. I'm interested to see what's going to happen in the second half.
It's incredible. It's wonderful to see boys playing with flair, expressing themselves. But now it's game management. You know, for Paul Roos, these guys will be sort of licking their lips and thinking, well, could we put 7 or 8 or 9 against Bishops? And for Bishops, they'd be thinking, well, how do we change the course of this game? How do we get back into this game? And it's going to be difficult for them, but they've got to score early in the next chukker. They've got to go score 2 early up and then give themselves a chance in the last chukker. But at the moment, it's all Paul Roos, and Paul Roos are playing a wonderful style of hockey. They're composed. They're probing long ball. He's working, and they've got this tremendous short corner machine.
Yep, the short corner machine is definitely working tonight, so I'm sure they've practiced a lot with that. Ash Freddy is really someone that drills through a lot of short corners as much as possible.
So don't go away. We're getting ready for this second half coming up soon. We're just going to be going for an ad break, but don't go away. We'll see you in the second half.
Lucanio. Fug.
Sometimes when I come home, I wonder what I would say to my younger self. Maybe I would say, ungenayonga yona kid inhle okanye ibhadlileyo. Awuyanga kwisikolo esikhulu. Ndakubona intwana ezimiseleyo. Lukhanya, funeka uzazi apho usuka khona, and uzazi apho ufuna ubheka khona. Ayazi akululanga, akufuneka uye emabaleni. Kodwa qina, qhubeka ufunda, qhubeka udlala, qhubeka ukholelwa. Ngenye imini ukukhanya kuzokufumana.
So we back here for the second half, or the third chukker. Ash and Freddie still talking to his boys. Here's some of the highlights from the second chukker. Lovely, well-taken goal there. Beautiful. Just a lot of composure on the ball. Slides it in. Paul Roos using that long ball to good effect.
The Bishops boys wouldn't be too happy here on their home turf at Woodlands, being down after the first half. I'm sure that they're going to come out firing now in the second half. The rain has stopped, which is good. It is starting to get to winter nowadays. We've had some nice weather here in Cape Town.
That was Daniel Niehoff's goal, and that was a thunderbolt.
Sure, will we see some more of that in the second half today?
I think Bishops need to do that, and then we've got a Paul Roos goal, and that was amazing. Okay, Ludwig Gershner.
Some very good short corners in this game so far in the first half. We're under the lights here. We're about to get ready for the pushback from Bishops in the blue squares.
So it's Robbie Dicey with the pushback.
And we are underway.
So how will Bishops respond to this? They've been shell-shocked in the second quarter. Paul Roos will be looking now to just put this game to bed. Score the 6th goal. And just control things from here on. So it's near half. She's dropped into the back 4. Out to Howard. Paul Roos happy to work their way out down the left here. Some fine skill, but when they hit Cole Becker, he loves running down that left touch side. He's got some good skill.
Paul Roos trying to be a little bit too fancy around their back. Turning over. Bishops now on the offense. There's a hit in. Nothing came from it, so a little bit of relief of pressure from a little overhead.
Paul Roos deal with it very well. Just win the ball, hit it upfield.
Paul Roos diving all over the place to defend. That's number 8 for them. That's Ken Sherd. Scored 2 goals already tonight, so he's excited to get involved. He's going to make sure that his boys win this game, don't allow any more goals into their net.
He's been outstanding today. I thought he was great. He turned this game around in that last 3 minutes of that first chukker. Really, really influential in this game.
Still haven't seen Moses fire just yet. He was about to get off for a little run, but he got a foot instead. He's coming off an injury, so I'm excited to see what he can do if he can get into this game, but he hasn't really been involved just yet.
Yeah, we've seen a little bit of evidence of some silky skills there, some go forward. It's always great to see in a striker.
Some build-up play here from the back from Bishops. Into the middle, playing it out.
Paul is looking to step, looking to press a little higher now.
Here's the captain for Paul Roos, number 10. Josh de Klerk on the ball now. What's he going to do with it? Keeps the ball.
Sheard pushing up there into the midfield and really making a nuisance of himself for the Bishops boys because he's getting in there and it's difficult to defend.
And as I was speaking about Moses, he gets a green card, so he goes and sits on the side for a little bit. Not the best time to be sitting on the side of the field when it's cold and rainy on a Friday night. He wants to be involved, I'm sure, but not behaving on the field.
So a bit of a numerical advantage for 2 minutes. Can Bishops capitalize? Press Paul Roos right back into the corner there. Paul Roos do well, but tackled by Horn.
There's some relief of pressure with an overhead.
Now they've got him behind.
Here's a chance. It's well kept out by the Bishops goalkeeper. That's Thomas Buckman, the goalkeeper from Bishops, doing his job in the goals.
Buckman handles that very well. Bishops were done. Had a man in behind there and does very well to control that situation. Here we go. Closes down the space nicely, closes down the angle and then does the clearance. Back to the live action here. Berbenheimer, and then it's Howard to Herbert. Smart.
Here we go,
Turns
Hobart.
nicely.
Nice turn, opens up the field, plays it out right.
Lovely pass now. Their numbers back for Bishops. They've got numbers back. 5 people back to 3 of Paul Roos in that situation. So they work well on that angle back. Right, the influential Sheard has the ball. What's he going to do? He's full of running. He might even go himself.
Into the captain, into the attacking 23, but he unfortunately turns over. Bishops once again on the ball. Here's the build-up play. Bishops with the free hit. Still driving up the left-hand side. Nice little overhead. Attacking overhead, but defended by Paul Roos. And turnover. Paul Roos to start their build-up from the back. Bishops definitely putting on a lot of pressure now. The Bishops need to do something. They need to engage into the Paul Roos to try and turn over. Time is ticking away. They're down by 3 goals at 5-2 to Paul Roos. They need to do something now. They're running out of time.
Yep, staring down a barrel now, and this is a critical time now. A very critical time in this game. Third chukker always is the game changer. Paul is just happy to sit back. Bishops have to do all the play. That's good game management from the youngsters from Stellenbosch.
Nice ball out wide.
Herbert.
Time for them to drive in. There's the ball in.
Good
Can't
run
be
from Robbie
controlled.
Dicey. Robbie Dicey makes a nice run across the field there. Just a little bit in front of him there. Horn, 2.5. He's got to look long. Nobody goes himself. And what a nice little ball into the D. And it gets a deflection from one of the Bishop's lads and flies past the post. So at one stage I thought it could be a long corner, but it definitely comes off a Bishop stick.
Here's Ken Shepherd on the ball. Relieves some pressure with an overhead downfield. It unfortunately runs away. Runs away from Logan de Klerk. Couldn't make contact with the ball, but ball once again in the Bishops defending 23.
Hochart plays it back. Becker just controlling things. It's Gerstner who drives down the middle beautifully. Hochart again, probing little ball. 45-degree ball into the D. Bishops deal with that. And now they come out. So Hochart, the youngster, who could have played in the under-16 game. He's talented enough to be in the first team. Starting to grow in stature during this game. Gaining more confidence as he plays. Bishop's starting to realize now it's now or never. There's some calls coming from the bench. They want them to go forward, sending some 3 strikers high into the Paul Roos half, up towards their goals. They need to score. So got a little touch from a Paul Roos stick. Bishop's still on the attack. Nealth will go again. Smashes it across. Dangerous ball. Takes a deflection. And it's a corner. Exactly what you want 5 minutes to go in the third chukker. 5-3 would make all the difference.
Is this an opportunity that Bishops needs at this point in time in the game?
This is to give them a little bit of hope.
So it's been a game full of short corners. There's been a lot of goals scored from short corners. So this could be what Bishop's needed right now.
The delivery last time from Dicey was magnificent. The trap was great. And then the finish from Neoff was magnificent. See if they can repeat that. And they do! Oh, sorry. It's just wide. I saw a net go.
A little bit over eager there, Murray.
Yeah, well, must be the rain on my glasses.
But Bishop's on it again. They're attacking up the left-hand side now. Still got the momentum going for themselves. They need to do something. They have to. Driving up the left-hand side. It's a turnover. Paul Roos defending nicely there. Here is the replay. So here's the flick.
And this is when I got up and thought it was a goal. Just wide of the post there. Just drags it a bit.
It's definitely a good effort, that is for sure. Now Paul Roos in attacking position on the right-hand side. Just outside the 23, being asked to go back a little bit. Still with the ball. Here's Moses driving in. Once more, they're going to have to take it back.
Kosman, he runs so beautifully with the ball. Smooth, silky skills. Going forward, wins the hit. Paul Roos back again. All on the up. Umpire says, gets the advantage, but loses the ball again. It's Kosman.
It's in. It's a bumpy ball.
It's one of those little difficult balls to deal with there. A little wounded rabbit into the D. See many a defender miss that.
Going back to open up some space.
Shared with that long ball again. Probing long ball. Finds his man. Just couldn't trap it. It has caused Bishop's problems today. That long ball from Sheard has really probed into that D. Caused them a lot of trouble. You can always sense that Paul Roos feel they've got this game controlled now. They're just hanging off, letting Bishop's play it square, letting play it round the back, just getting into areas. They're not frenetic. Just feel nice and controlled at this stage of the game. See out this quarter, going to into the final quarter. 3 goals up. Good attacking play from Ports, but they lose the ball. He needs some support down the left. Which we'll try to break out now. Just a minute and a half left in this chucker. Desperate to try and get something. Another corner maybe. Minutes and a half in hockey is a long time. If you work it well, if you think about it, you can get a goal. Showing a bit of patience now, which is good. There they go. Pass straight into a flat stick.
Defended nicely by the Paul Roos captain there. Bishops did build up some momentum up the right-hand side. They are trying everything they can to turn this game around. It's a fast-paced game today, that is for sure. It's been an exciting game. It's exciting. Oh, is this going to be a card?
Bit of physicality there, but I don't think there was much in it.
Umpire's going into his pocket, and it's another green card.
Paul Roos lad gets a green.
He will sit out for a few minutes, take a little bit of a break before the end of the chucker.
So, he's off for 2 minutes. Bishops have an extra man. Can they exploit that? They go long. Robbie Dicey has it. Good skill. Keeps it up. Gets a hit. Oh, he'd probably be looking for a corner there. Paul Roos boy coming flying in there. Hits his stick. Tries to buy himself a corner. Gets a long corner.
They're running out of time. They're going to have to do something quickly. Only a few more seconds left until the end of the chukker. Drives it in. Turned over.
There goes the hooter.
There we go. That's the end of the chukker.
So a stalemate in the third chukker. As I said earlier, I think Paul Roos quite happy to sit back, quite happy to control the game. They look in total control of this game. Bishops have to make all the play, and from that they're going to look for glory passes, and that's when they turn over and lose ball. So at this stage, Paul Roos looking very good going into that final chukker. Is Jacques Bleeker, former South African schools captain. He's chatting to the Bishops lads. He does a lot of work with the defence. Dayon Kasim also chatting there. He's a striker, current Springbok striker. He's also having some words. So now we're going to have a look at some of the goals that were scored. See this little turn, and it takes a little touch from the Bishops, assist from the Bishops defender, straight on, and a great goal there, nicely taken. It's hard as a defender, you sort of instinctively play that ball. And then here's Niehoff's goal. The drag flick.
That was the first goal of the game. It looked like Bishops were completely in control.
This is a lovely, lovely, lovely finish from Gerstner. Just a little bit of deception there. He opens his face with the stick and plays it into that corner beautifully. Very difficult for a keeper at that height to save. So we get to the fourth chukker. 5-2 to Paul Roos. They come away from Stellenbosch, away from home. And they look like they're going to take all the points at this stage.
Bishops aren't going to take this game lying down. They're at home.
Another card being dished out. So Paul Roos are now down to 9 men. Little stick hack there, but harsh I thought. Wasn't cynical I thought, but anyway. Little card.
Another free hit for Bishops.
Gotta go at them, not 5 yet. Oh, and a little deflection there from Robbie Dicey.
Fortunately turned it over. Paul Roos are going to be in no hurry now to start this free hit with 2 men down. Nice overhead there from Paul Roos. Trying to relieve the pressure, being 2 men down. They don't want to take on any extra defensive work than they need to.
And they're holding possession nicely. Interplay is good. They still win possession. So it's Hochar to get the ball in play there. It's Gerstner. Little probing ball down. Bobbling ball. Into Horn. Horn turns, gets his eyes up. Is he going to look long? No, keeps the ball. And Niehoff goes forward, gets it, touches it to his foot, and it's a turnover to Paul Roos ball. They'll be happy with that. Going to see out this half. Rest their legs. Think about next week. Smart. He does turn well. He runs beautifully with the ball. Look at him. In he goes. He's going to be looking for set up, and it's a goal.
Oh,
Brilliant finish.
6-2 to Paul Roos.
What a goal.
Turnover play. Some
Nick Lombard finishes. Mart. What a good turn. Turns, takes on the Bishops defense, gets to the byline, slips it back, and it's Lombard who scores. Unbelievable goal. Really good game. Goal.
Ash Freddie must be very happy with his boys today. They've done all the work. They've travelled from Stellenbosch, and they're playing phenomenally well here against Bishops. But the game's not over yet. We've still got 12 minutes left in this last chukker. We are streaming here from SuperSport on DSTV and on YouTube, so it's allowing everyone to watch this exciting hockey that we have here tonight. It's Friday night, we're under lights. Schoolboy sports. These boys are excited to be playing for their schools, to represent their schools, and to show their skills on the internet to all of you watching at home.
So now Bishop's be playing for a bit of pride now. They've got to get a couple of goals now before the end of this chukker. They wouldn't want to concede another one. 7 would be an absolute routing, especially at home.
Turnover from Moses. Now attacking down the left-hand side. Here we go. Does he have what it takes in the attacking 23? I've been excited to watch him tonight. There's some great play. There's a shot, and it's well defended by Bishops. They're still defending, even at 6-2 down. Here we go. This is a chance for Bishops. They need to attack now. Bit of a bumpy ball into the midfield. Played out right, trying to open up space. They've got their free hits on the 23. Chorus camping. There's lots of maroon there. No going in. They don't want Bishops to enter directly into the circle, and they've turned over. Bishops have made a mistake on their trough. Poro still have 2 men on the side of the field.
This is the goal. Here's Mark, look at him. Gets his eyes up beautifully. Makes that connection with his Lombard. And away it goes.
Great vision and great teamwork. Great connection between the two players. Most schoolboys would have liked to have taken it themselves. Not had the vision to make the pass to score the goal. Here we go, Bishops now. Oh, there's a little bit of a turnover. Moses on the ball again.
Out to Horn now. He's going to look to go himself maybe. He's got great skill. And he wins the hit just inside the 23-meter line. Herbert, he'll look to play it in. Finds a foot. Out to Howard. Howard will play the platform. They go direct again. It should be a long corner. Here comes this goal again. You can see a beautiful connection there. And away it goes. Look at that. A couple of Bishops defenders ball watching there as well.
I'm sure that is a well defended there by Paul. Oh no, it's turned into a short corner. Here we go. Bishops needs to convert with this one. They've got the powerhouse there at the top of the corner. Can they do what they need to do to try and win back a little bit of pride here? They're 6-2 down. They don't want to end tonight 6-2 down. They want to make sure that they come back. There's still 8 minutes left in this half, or in this final chukker. Let's see what the boys can do.
So, Dicey's not injecting, so we'll see what the quality of the injection is. Not bad. And great save. Lovely save.
Well
by
saved
Dillon.
by Daniel Dillon, goalkeeper from Paul Roos.
Got another bite of the cherry here.
Paul Roos defending hard. They managed to relieve some pressure there. Straight down the middle of the field, but Paul Roos have it. They're in an attacking position here.
2-on-1, 3-on-1.
Oh, that was shared. Unfortunately, the confidence playing, he turns over to enforce a short corner. So from one short corner, Bishops in the attack, turned over very quickly. Paul Roos now have an attacking short corner. As quickly as that, the game can change and the momentum can shift. Paul Roos now in the powerhouse, in the power seat. They're going to take their time. They're going to take a level-headed here to try and make sure they can take this to 7-2.
Right, they've got the big guns up there. They've got 2 options.
Will be shared for his hat-trick at the top of the castle.
And Gertzner. He comes round the side of the castle. See, it was Sheard was looking for it. Gerstner went round for the zigzag. Maybe they're going to play that little 1-2. Maybe Sheard was going to take it on the roll. Again, same move again. And it's Mart, and he scores.
Through the goalie's legs.
Well, I'm sure Bishops were expecting a Sheard or a Gerstner drag flick, but it ends up with Mart. He powers it home for a wonderful goal. 7-2. Look at
Here
that.
we go again.
In behind. And a nutmeg. Good power. Good player. Had a good night tonight. He's carried the ball beautifully. Got silky skills, and he's got a goal to his name as well.
Some good skills there by Bishops in the midfield.
Kosman works back beautifully. Steals the ball from the off. Matches him for pace there as well. Sheard on the ball.
Playing down the left-hand side, but it's turned over. Here we go. Bishops now have it. A little bit of 1-2 into the middle of the field.
It's Kennedy Smith who dunks the ball back there to Niehoff.
Here's the short corner once more.
Comes again. Round the back.
Slip straight through the goalie's legs. He is not going to be happy about that one. That's Thomas Buckman, the goalkeeper for Bishops.
Mart again. He's on fire now.
Opens up the field nicely. There's a through pass. Top of the circle. Still got it.
Nick Lombard loses it. Kennedy Smith has it. Drives up. Nicely driven. Just looking for support now. But isolated at this stage. It goes to Robbie Dicey. He also has got to perform a kind of miracle there through three porous players. Dicey to Horn. Horn will go. Well defended by Gerstner. Just tracks him nicely. Closes him down.
Moses on the ball now. They're still happy to play with it, and they're defending 23. Nice and calm. And then have they got out of it? Yep. Looks like they've got a free hit. Paul Roos on the ball. Relieves a little bit of pressure.
So we're into the final 4 minutes here. 7-2 to Paul Roos. Come to the southern suburbs and conquered. Hasn't happened often at this ground. Young Bishop's first side here. A lot of grade 11s in this side. This will be a good experience for them. They've come across a fantastically well-drilled porous side. Excellent skills, good control. They've been very, very good tonight.
Oh, unfortunately messes up the overhead.
Well, he hasn't put a foot wrong tonight,
No.
so first mistake, he's my man of the match.
Yep, it's played very well.
Mart's having a storm in this last.
There's a bit of pace he's got here.
Look at that.
Driving down the middle of the field. There's a good pass with that vision that he's got.
To Lombard.
And again, unfortunately couldn't convert it. Couldn't stop the ball, the little bouncy ball. Unfortunately, it was a foot. And here's the Bishop's turnover. They're now
Horn.
attacking. Here's the shot. Defended. Long corner to Bishops. Here we go once again. There's the pass. Here's the opportunity. Unfortunately, just couldn't control the ball, and it happened to hit his foot. He was running at such pace, it was hard for him to stop and control that ball.
Exceptional pace going forward, and I love the way he gets his eyes up and looks to connect. Him and Lombard have done well. They've connected well in this half.
Here we go. Unfortunately, lost the ball around the trough. Having to drive back into their own half, Bishops. trying to link up. Turned over. Now driving up the left-hand side for Paul Roos. Shared on the ball. Running off. Happy to go around the back. Happy to build up play. They don't want to make any mistakes now. Driven up. And he's found his man. Opportunity for Paul Roos, and he's lost it. Looking for the short corner. Didn't get the blow from the umpire.
At one stage I thought the umpire might give it. But they're back on attack again.
Well stepped there by the Paul Roos defender. Is this going to be another card?
I'm not sure we need another card with only a minute to go or so.
Umpire's just going to be talking to the two players. He's happy. No need for another card at this stage. Under 2 minutes left. 1 minute 16 left in this game. It's been an exciting game, Murray, that is for sure. We've seen goals aplenty tonight.
It's been good viewing. We've seen some lovely skill, some lovely attacking hockey, some wonderful short corners. And that bodes well for the future of Western Province hockey. So it's Horn on the attack. He'll try to get something. And he does. Gets a corner.
He worked hard for that, and he got it.
Did well.
Last few seconds of the game. This is their opportunity to claw one back.
So a little bit of discussion. No Dicey once again to inject. Bring it up. They're bringing some of their guys up. They're going to score. They've brought Praneri up.
Last movement of the game. All the Bishops boys on the attacking circle for the last short corner.
Goes short. Bryce Herbert, and he scores. Bryce Herbert scores on the hooter to make it 7-3.
10 goals in this game. It's been a great game. The boys look like they're very tired out there. The Bishops boys a little bit disillusioned. They've had 7 put behind them, but it's been a great game, Murray, that's for sure.
It's been wonderful to watch. It's been wonderful to be here tonight and to witness this game here on the Woodlands Astro turf here at Bishops. And Paul Roos have come out and they've really played brilliantly and seriously deserved their 3-1 victory. So the two sides congratulate each other. Paul Roos must be incredibly happy with coming out on the long journey from Stellenbosch, taking all the points. And they'll go home most satisfied after their draw last week. They put it together, almost a perfect game.
They'll be happy with their long drive home. It's Friday night. They will enjoy their weekend. But tomorrow as well, there will be the rugby. Bishops versus Paul Roos here tomorrow morning. That will also be an interesting game. Both of these schools are big rugby schools. It's been a great hockey game tonight on this Friday night. You've watched it live here on SuperSport. I hope you've enjoyed it. Murray, I've enjoyed talking to you here in the commentary box.
From us in the commentary box, thank you very much for joining us and good night.
Lucanio. Vuk.
Sometimes when I come home, I wonder what I would say to my younger self. Maybe I would say, ungenayonga yona kid inhle okanye ibhadlileyo. Awuyanga kwisikolo esikhulu. Ndakubona intwana ezimiseleyo. Bukhanya, funeka uzazi apho usuka khona, and uzazi apho ufuna ubheka khona. Ayazi akululanga, xa kufuneka uye emabaleni. Kodwa qina, qhubeka ufunda, qhubeka udlala, qhubeka ukholelwa. ngenye imini ukukhanya kuzokufumana.